It was popping, y'all, man. What's going on? I figure I'll fuck with the live shit for a minute, whatever case may be. They cut me off. They don't want me to get that boy story out. They don't want Khalif to get this shit off. You know what I'm saying? But for the people out there that know who Khalif is, they know he was a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went through some shit in his life that he shouldn't have. But I'm glad to hear that a lot of people out there, they know about who he was and stuff like that, you know. So that's good to know. I see a few people stepped out, whatever case may be. I can't see y'all, whatever, but yeah. But I'm gonna find another way to get a story out. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit learning to do when it comes to this. I'm figuring out, you know, who Khalif is and how to get his story out. You know what I'm saying? And how to play with this shit here. This is my first time fucking with it, whatever case may be. But for the most part, I'm gonna figure out, you know, how to get his story out or whatever. Anybody in there? I can't really see nobody right now. I don't know what's going on. The chat ain't up there, whatever case maybe. I see one person up in the bushes. Yo, D's nuts, what's poppin', boy? What's happening, homie? Yo, good looking for stopping by, you know what I'm saying? Too bad I couldn't get the homie story out, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was fucked up that I couldn't get his shit out, you know what I'm saying? Because I really wanted to, you know, touch on some real shit about what we go through in New York City on Rikers Island and all that shit. And also somewhere down the line give a little bit of history on, you know, how that building came about and who actually owned that building and built that building. You know, it dates back to the days of slavery and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But that was a whole nother story. I really wanted to get his shit out though, you know what I'm saying? Because people really need to know about, you know, who Khalif was. He was a young kid that just was going through some shit, going to a party, out enjoying himself on his way home. He just going through a whole lot of things. Yeah, you seen a little bit about his story, yo. It's real interesting. These, like, you go out and go check his whole joint, you know what I'm saying? They got it on Netflix or whatever case may be. And, you know, it's real good to go out there. Oh, you saw it? Yeah, mate. That's good. I'm glad you saw that because, you know, a lot of people haven't seen his story and really don't know about what the young boys go out here in New York City. And they just keep on doing whatever the fuck they doing, ignoring the fact about how it's going to turn out. But this kid here, he really had nothing to do with that. Like, he really wasn't on it like that. Like, he was a real good kid. Like, you could just tell if you watched it, who he was, his personality, you know, the things he was going. I got a lot of respect for him because he was a stand-up cat. Like, he wasn't with the program. Like, they had the shit called the program, you know what I'm saying? And when we went through the Allen or whatever case may be, yeah, what happened with his moms and all that, yeah, you know, the vine and all that growing down, that was him. Yeah, that was really him. That was how he showed his life and all that, you know what I'm saying? He still was there. You know, the ending of the story was, you know, it was real bad, you know, to take and see what his family went through and that his moms end up having a heart attack behind the situation and passing away. You know, but a lot of people really need to know about a guy like him. Real young cat, real good, real positive. But what I respect about him the most, he was stand up. Like, he'll fight 30 motherfuckers, get up off the floor after they jump him, and he'll get back to popping again. You know what I'm saying? I recall those days of coming through them Allen doors, man. Like, as soon as you walk through the door, you immediately getting it popping. Immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it was. 5 Lower Main, House of Pain. Walking through the corridors. You know what I'm saying? It just was crazy. Like, just coming up as a kid, like, you know, when I saw this story, it brought back a lot of memories of shit that, you know, we went through growing up in that building, man. That building was something else, man, from the fucking police. Wait a minute. Yeah, I saw you, mate. It just that they started blocking the shit like that. I guess, you know, I got to learn a little bit about this when it comes to the copyrights and the audio and the video and all that you got to find a way to finagle it and get around it so that way you can still get your story out and figure out a way to avoid these people. you know, with the tube shit, because, you know, people got rights on shit like that, and even if you're saying you're doing it for educational purposes, it don't move right. Yo, what's poppin', G? Ain't nothing, man. I just figured I would do the joint on Khalif, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I got a lot of learning to do when it comes to the video joint. But yeah, you got to push it through the laundry. You already know. You got to push that shit through the laundry and play with it a little bit. Maybe do it with some photos and shit like that, and then just, you know, navigate through, you know, what he went through in his life and different portions of, you know, what he went through as a kid becoming a man and coming back to the street, and how people treated him when he came back to the street after all the shit that he'd been through, and so forth and so forth, and how it took toll on his moms, his sisters, his brothers. The shit was crazy, you know what I'm saying? It was really touching, you know, because you know about that type of shit, G. It'll touch you, because especially if you've been in these places and you've been in that building, you've been around those buildings up and down HDM and the boat and all the rest of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you remember those days. Like, them days, they bring you back on, you know, some shit that was going on over there that was crazy. That, like, here today, I look back on it and I say, shit, I was a minor just like him. A motherfucker was lucky to even make it out. Like, really lucky to even make it out of there. But I'm gonna find another way. I ain't gonna stay in here long. I just figured that, you know, I would just explain to y'all what happened. And I guess the tube didn't want me to push it like that, like the copyrights, whatever case may be. But just wanted to give an explanation on what happened with it, and I got cut off or whatever. But I'm definitely gonna run across it. I'm gonna find another way to run across it, because I really want to touch on his shit. Yeah, I need help try to figure out how to take and avoid the tube with that shit, with the copyrights and the audio and the video, you know what I'm saying? Because his story still deserves to get out. I just got to find a better way to do it. Yeah, thanks a lot, Simply. Good looking, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming through, or whatever case may be. I'm sorry that I couldn't really give it to y'all the way I wanted to, you know, because it's real interesting for people who haven't seen, you know, that documentary on him. They'll learn a lot about what he was going through. Hey, Smith, I see you. What's going on, lady? Okay, G, I see you. So that's how I gotta rock it. Time, what's going on, Time? I see you. You tired? Okay. Go ahead and get some sleep, man. We all gotta take a break from this shit. This shit'll drain you. Oh, I got you, G. Yeah, I was rocking this shit from the phone, and then I was rocking it on the other side. So I guess I gotta get rid of the audio, and I can still rock the video shit, G. You heard, homie? Yeah. Oh, okay. I gotta create the movie shit and then rock it out like that, and then play it from there in clips, and place my own audio with it and all that. All right. I dig it. Yeah. That's cool. So, I mean, you know, this shit is a learning process, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're entering a new world, you know? But I'm definitely going to go back and work on his shit, because, I feel it's real important that people know, you know, there's a million Khalifs out here. There's Khalifs all over the place, you know what I'm saying? It's Khalifs in that spot right now, you know what I'm saying? And there's motherfuckers that actually deserve to be in that motherfucker, you know? But I just really knew that his story had to get out, you know what I'm saying? And like, to the cats he was in a dorm with, them niggas jumping him, 30 niggas jumping him and all that shit. And like, you ain't even have one stand-up nigga to say like, yo, Shorty's a G, like, yo, give him the G pass, let him rock, like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, put him down with the team or whatever case may be. He pop over and over and over again, like, and he needed that G pass, and there was nobody there to get that shit to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see that like that. A lot of niggas was moving like suckers. Like, it took 30 niggas to jump him, and the boy still wouldn't hold back. He wouldn't break for nobody, for the system, for the goons that was in there. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't break. He continued and continued, but you know, at the end of the day, he got broken by other things. Trust me, I know how it works. The streets, friends, and in there. Yeah, G, definitely. They definitely end up in there, man. You know, I don't know if you actually ran across that, G, but it's something actually real good to go and check. And you know what I'm saying? It's real educational. You know what I'm saying? And we already know how that building go and how that building rock and all that. But just his story of what that shit put him through over a fucking book bag that he ain't even take. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mistaken identity type shit. Yeah, 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 yeah. Definitely, G, definitely. But he ain't deserve none of the shit he went through, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with Jay and all them niggas. Like, I came up under them niggas, and like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't respect the fact that, you know, he actually put money behind this documentary, and like when his mom was losing the crib, like he couldn't even help them people pay off their crib. Like, you getting all this money. Yo, Yvonne, what's poppin'? What's going on, love? I see you. What's happening? Thanks for stopping through. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was trying to jump on the Khalif joint, but you know, the tube ain't hearing that shit because they on that copyright shit, and I just jumped across it the wrong way. But I'm going to backtrack it and get it correct, though. But, you know, Khalif really ain't deserve what he went through over a book bag and a mistaken identity and all the stress that he went through, and niggas starving him and not allowing him to wash up. Yeah, it was a copyright shit, Yvonne. Yeah. But, you know, it's a learning process, Yvonne. You know what I'm saying? I'm new to this shit, so I'm basically learning, you know, how to rock out on it. But G schooling me on it and give me a little education on it. So, you know, I'm gonna work with him, and he gonna help me move forward with the shit. Yeah, go and watch that. Yeah, it's on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? It's worth watching, you know what I'm saying, and it's worth hearing the story, and it's heartbreaking, you know what I'm saying, especially when you've been through that, you know what I'm saying, especially when you've been through it. It's called the Khalif Broader Story, you know what I'm saying, on Netflix. It's a time documentary by Jay-Z and a few other people. But before you came, I was running across, you know, like Jay from the hood or whatever case may be. Like, I came up under them niggas or whatever case may be, and he could have helped that boy moms pay for that crib. Like that was all she cared about. She lived in that shit for 30 years and was fighting to fucking keep that crib after she lost her son. You know what I'm saying? And she couldn't do it no more. Just all the stress, and after he came back home and people stabbing him and shooting him because they wanted to know what he was going through and if he was getting money off of it and all this other bullshit. And it just was too much for him and too much for the mother. You know what I'm saying? After he hung himself on the back of the crib and all that. But she ended up having a heart attack. The shit was just heartfelt. It just was sorry, man. And narrate yourself. Oh, okay, I got you. So okay, so the on the movie you can delete the audio and the focus on video. Okay, I got you, G. That's how you gotta rock it out. All right. Cool. So I'm definitely gonna do that, but I ain't gonna stay in this shit long. My battery is down, you know. And you know, G, I really don't even fuck with this shit like that. I really be on it when it comes to that niggas' faces and all that, but I really don't give a fuck. But the battery down anyway, but I'll get back to this shit. But good looking out for coming through, y'all. I really appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Thanks a lot. Good looking.